first of all, a warm welcome to GlitzVisionUSA and many
Thank you.
congratulations. First of all, for Undekhi. But before that, also, I mean, we can see that you are actually making an effort to experiment with the type of work you are doing, with the type of characters you are playing. So, tell me first thing, as an actor, of course, you are happy. How difficult it is to maintain that you are not repeating your characters and you are doing something different.
Well, it's easy also at the same time. It's a little tough also because it's actually working in my favor when I'm doing different things. My audiences are liking that more because I'm trying not to be repetitive in the choices that I make. But at the same time, it does get slightly difficult, especially because of the pandemic. Because as in when the things started flowing and I was getting different sorts of offers, and I could select that which different characters I wanted to play. The pandemic happened, and yeah, that made it slightly more difficult because then after the pandemic, after the pandemic, when the work started again, when it started picking up, it was again that entire journey of trying to break the stereotype, because people remember you're as good as your last work, and people remember what you've done last, and then they start giving you similar kind of things. But yeah, I think I'm just lucky, or I'm the casting director thought that I would be able to pull this off, because I've never done anything of this sort before, where I'm playing a gray shade, or I'm somebody who's not a righteous character, who's not standing up for the right, who's doing things for himself. So when this came to me, I just wanted to do it. I wanted to take the risk and experiment.
Right. So how did Andekhi happen to you? Like, was it an audition process, or maybe, someone suggested your name? What was the process?
It was audition. It's always been auditions for me, and I think that's the best way to go also, because then you're already going through the process of the director's vision, the casting director's vision of you being able to fit that part. And I like auditioning. I like I like auditioning for different parts. Simply not only because of it's not because of only the hope that you will get the part. It's also when you get different characters, you're also kind of testing your capabilities, that whether you can step out of your comfort zone, do it, not do it. Because sometimes what happens is when an artist gets a script for an audition, and that which is not something which is in your comfort zone. I have done it before. I used to just let go of it. I would simply not audition for it if I'm not comfortable with it. But what auditions have taught me is to step out of your comfort zone. You're still in your cocoon. You're still protected. Your work is not going to go out there in front of the audience. So nobody is judging you, but it's a very good way of judging yourself whether you can do it or no.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I've started loving auditions now.
Right. And if you recall, when you shot for this series, if you recall that one scene, which was really challenging as an actor, like a lot of efforts from your side just to make sure that it is coming right. What would be that scene for you?
I think where there are a couple of scenes where I'm acting really mean. I can't tell you exactly what I'm doing,
Right.
but there are a few scenes where I'm acting very how to put it, mean to people. I'm being rude, or I'm being not even not even rude. It's in a way intimidating, where I'm not staring at somebody. I'm not uh, raising my voice. I'm still being nice to that person who's opposite me, but at the same time that person is scared of me. So that to create those kind of moments, it took me a while, because then that was something which I had to go and do a lot of to and fro with the director. We were discussing how to make him menacing, intimidating, uh, without raising his voice, without staring, without any guns, without any men around him. But when there are people standing in front of him, they're still scared of him. So how to, how to do that? And yeah, so we I think we managed to do it. Now the rest we will know when it releases.
Right, right. And just tell me something. Of course, we saw you in Super 30. Now you're coming in this web series, and I'm sure there is more thing to look forward to when it comes to you. But do you miss television? Because television gave you name, fame, and people still remember you for all the projects which you have done in television. So do you miss television?
I'll be honest with you. I don't miss television, but yes, I have a lot of gratitude. I'm grateful that I started with television, because that's where I got my name from. That's where I got my, people started knowing Nandish because of television. So that is always going to be close to my heart. And, I would want to do some good stuff on television if it comes my way. It's not that I'm absolutely saying that I will not do television. I might do something, but it's not that I'm missing it. I'm enjoying this phase more, where I'm working on OTT and in films, because of the simple reason, because I have the liberty to work on my character. I have the liberty to design my character. It's not driven by TRPs. It is driven by story, and it is driven by the periphery which is around your character. You're not working backwards, that if the TRP is good, then we will twist the scene this way. If the TRP is bad, we will probably start another track altogether. So yes, I'm enjoying this format more.
Okay, Nandish, you have interviewed a television celebrity, and who have done films or who are trying for films. They always have made the statement that the transition is very difficult for XYZ reason, but there's always some type of stigma attached to it, and they really want to get rid of it. Okay, so when you made this transition from television to film, and now that you are doing OTT, what were the challenges you faced just because you did television earlier?
Can I be absolutely honest about this?
Of course, of course.
Whenever I talk to the media also, and when my name is printed, it's still printed as television actor. So what more can I say? It's not only about, I don't want to say that, the industry is doing this, or it's the system that works like that. So even now, when there is a headline printed about me, it says television actor Nandish Singh Sandhu. Why can't it just be written actor Nandish Singh Sandhu? So when I have this question, I get an answer. That's the way it is, because you've done television, that is attached to your name. So yeah. So what do I talk about the industry after that? If the media is going to write that, that's what everybody is going to believe. But then other things being said, uh, I feel that an actor should be an actor, irrespective of where. We don't say that theater actor so and so, or film actor so and so, or OTT actor so and so. It's just an actor. Actor could be anywhere. So I think we must get rid of that, and we should all try together to get rid of this thing, because adding an adjective with somebody's name is not right. It should, if somebody is an actor, he's an actor. It doesn't matter. Like for journalists, we don't say that, so and so journalist is a journalist, an actor is an actor. So that's how it should be. And yes, about the difficulties, yes, there it is slightly tricky at times, but because of all these factors that I just said, it does get slightly tricky, because then there's a perception created around you. But I guess it's a part of her job now. It's what it is. You either crib about it, or you accept it, and you try and do your put your best foot forward, do your best, and get past it. So I've stopped cribbing about it. It is the way it is, and I will keep doing my job.
Right, right. Okay, Nandish, last two question I would like to ask you. Now that you look back to your journey, of course, you have a lot more to go ahead. You have a lot of good work to do. But now that you look back to your journey, and if you think, from where you started, I'm sure you definitely would think from where you started, and then you did television, you did films, you're trying for OTD. How has been the journey? Has it been overwhelming, very difficult at times? And, what do you just want to say about your journey?
It's been brilliant. No regrets, no complaints. It's just been brilliant. And I'm actually thankful for whatever work I've done. And I'm looking forward to some great work coming my way on OTT and in films. And yeah, I'm blessed that I'm getting calls for good work. I'm actually blessed that after it did take a little while after, like we discussed in your previous question about from television to films, it did take a while, but now I'm happy that I took that chance and that risk and I waited it out. And now there's brilliant work coming my way. So I would say it's all been a good learning experience. If all that didn't happen, this wouldn't happen. So it's all learning.
Right. Okay. So Nandish, my last question to you is that, as an actor always want to play all type of characters and want to do all type of work. But is there any, certain type of work or certain type of character which you still are not comfortable with? And maybe you can be either nervous, maybe you don't like that genre, but is there any some type of work which you think right now you won't be comfortable with those characters or those work?
I can't pinpoint on a kind of character, but there are certain things. Uh, there are certain things which which don't resonate with me. Are where characters are doing stuff without a reason. That gets a little difficult for me to enact and to act it out in front of the camera, because if I don't have a reason to do what I have to do, I can't, even if I have to play unpredictable. Like, for example, Samarth is unpredictable in Undekhi, but there is a reason to why he's unpredictable. There is a reason to why he's doing what he's doing. So, unpredictability is for the audience. But as an actor, I need to know exactly what is the reason. Why am I doing this? It can't be a surprise for me. So, it gets very difficult for me to play such characters where I'm given the reasoning that he's doing it because there are people like this in the world. But why are those people doing what they're doing? I need to understand. So there have been instances where I've got certain roles to do, and I've questioned the creatives and the director that why would I be doing this? For example, for a simple thing like a robbery, or a character falling in love with somebody, or a character murdering somebody. There is a reason why we would do it. There has to be something. Like, I'm sitting here as Nandish, I'm not suddenly going to get up and start abusing you. There would be some reason for it. But if somebody gives me a reason, no, Nandish, you are doing it, or your character is doing it because there are people like this in the world, I can't do that. I can't just play in the blind. I need to work on my character, sit down and pull out reasons to do it. Once I'm satisfied, once I'm convinced, then you make me do whatever on the set. Then I surrender completely to the director. But before surrendering, I need to find the reason to do it.
Okay, so on this note, thank you so much, Nandish. It was a wonderful interview, and we really, really wish you all the success for Undekhi and for all the
Thank you.
works which you are going to do. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. See you.
Take care. Bye.
Hi guys, I'm Kinnari and y'all are watching me on GlitzVisionUSA.